there, friends. Rebecca here, the Dragon Librarian from Farmington Community Library. And Ling and I are here today to talk to you about a group of books that we think you might be very excited about. I know I'm very excited about them. I just recently read a bunch of them, and I think that it's the perfect time to talk about them because of a lot of the stuff that's going on and the popularity of it going on the internet. So, what franchise am I talking about? What group of books am I talking about? I am talking about Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, you might be thinking, Five Nights at Freddy's, that's a video game. There are books about this? Yes. So not only is this a really, really massively popular video game franchise, but it is also a movie that just recently came out. It's in theaters and it is also streaming on Peacock. So now is the perfect time to develop your love of the Five Nights at Freddy's even further. So I am a fairly recent new fan of this franchise. I had heard about it a lot, and a lot of my teens at the library have been telling me about it for months and months and months, and just talking about it and getting so excited about it. And I thought, you know what, I really want to be able to talk to them about it a little bit more. So I said, I'll just download the first game and, see what I think of it. And then at least I will have something to talk to them about when it comes to this. Well, I did that. I downloaded the first game and I was immediately hooked. Started playing all the rest of the games and watching other YouTubers play it. And it's just a really, really fun community. But okay, so if you don't know what these games and what this series is basically about, I'll give you a very, very brief rundown. So basically it is about this establishment called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, right? And there are many establishments in the game franchise, but I'm just talking about the very first one, just to give you a brief overview. So in the first game, the place has been shut down for a while, and there are these animatronics. There's 4 of them, right? There's Chica, the chicken, there is Bonnie the bunny, there is Foxy the pirate fox, and there is Freddy, who is the, titular character, the bear with the top hat. And they're these animatronics, and basically you're playing as a night security guard who has to make sure that everything stays okay, people don't break in, and that the animatronics don't move. Well, they move throughout the night and come and attack you and things like that. Now, there's a lot of lore, there's a lot of other stuff. There are many, many games in the series that expand the story and change things, and there's a timeline, and it's all huge, right? So, but that's basically the main thing with this story. And it's the beginning of the story for the movie as well. So, we've played the games, right? You've played the games and you love them. You've seen the movie and you love the movie. So what do you do next? The next thing is you read the books, right? So what kind of books does the library have? Oh, Bonnie, I didn't see you there. Oh my. So what things should you start with if you're a fan of Five Nights at Freddy and you come to the library and you want to read more about this? Well, the very first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to read this trilogy, okay? The first one in this trilogy is called The Silver Eyes. The second one is called The Twisted Ones. And the third one is called The Fourth Closet. Now, this is the most important trilogy in the Five Nights at Freddy world, okay, in terms of books. So you want to read this first if you want a bigger explanation of a lot of the lore. A lot of it is different from some of the stuff that happens in the games, but there are a lot of things in these books that actually are important to the movie. So that's another reason why you should read them. So the very first one in this trilogy, like I said, is called The Silver Eyes, and it's basically about a girl named Charlie who, she's a teenager now, but when she was little, she lost a friend to, he was kidnapped and never found. And everything revolves around this pizza place, Freddy's, that the kids all used to go to when they were younger. They all are back in town now for this memorial for the friend that they lost. And Charlie starts to think that there was more going on with this loss than anybody thought. And she starts to investigate with her friends. Freddy's, they discover it is still there, and they sneak in and investigate in there, and it's this whole big thing. So really cool story, very interesting, a lot of really fun twists. This trilogy is really, really good. Highly recommend it. The library does have it. So if you're a Five Nights at Freddy fan, this is a wonderful place to start. There is also a graphic novel series based on those books. So if you would rather read the graphic novels than the novels, that's totally fine. The library has them too. They were checked out right now, so I couldn't get my hands on them for this video, but they do exist. And if you want to read the graphic novels instead of the books, or you want to read them both side by side, you can do that. There is that option for you. So the next thing you could pick up is there's another series called Fazbear Frights. See, this one is Fazbear's Frights Fetch, and this one is Fazbear Frights 1:35 a.m. So these books are another really, really wonderful way to experience this Five Nights at Freddy world. The thing about these that's really cool is you don't have to read them in any particular order, because this is a series, but it's a series of short stories. So each one of these has 3 different short stories in them. And you don't have to read them in any kind of order. They don't follow any kind of pattern or timeline. They're kind of all over the place. So they're a wonderful place if you want to just grab one, doesn't matter what number it is, and read the stories in it. You are able to do that, and it's a super fun thing. Very, very spooky. I'm not generally a short story person. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but these are really, really good. And last but not least, there is another series that is Tales from the Pizzaplex. So here we've got Lolly's Games, Haps, and Somnophobia. Now this is also very, very similar in terms of the Fazbear's Frights, in that they do not have to be read in any kind of particular order. They are 3 short stories to each one, and basically you do not have to, you can pick them up, don't have to pay attention to what numbers on the spine, pick them up and enjoy the stories inside in any kind of order. Now the thing about these is these are very, because it says a Pizzaplex, these are very specific to the very most recent game in the series, Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. So basically the setting in that game is this huge pizzaplex, which is like this big, big establishment with all these games and stuff, and the pizza place in there. And that's where these take place. You do not have to have played that game to enjoy or understand these books. Just know that they are all set in that area, and a lot of the characters that appear in that game, you might recognize this guy here, appear in this one as well. So if you're a huge fan of that game in particular, maybe this is where you want to start. So the really good thing is you can pick up anything you want, right? You can start with this series. That's what I recommend. You could pick up the graphic novels. You can read Fazbear Frights. You can read Tales from the Pizzaplex. It doesn't matter. But I just wanted everybody to know that there is a huge, huge world of Five Nights at Freddy's outside of just the video games and the movie. There are a ton of books. So if you can't get enough of this world and you want to read more about new characters and old characters and frightening situations, make sure you give some of these books a try, because they're absolutely wonderful. And I forgot to mention, Scott Cawthon is the one who is primarily in charge of these. He writes these, so you know the stories are going to be good, since he is the one who has created the game itself, the games themselves. So they're all at the library. Give them a shot. Check them out. Like I said, it's really easy peasy. You don't have to read them in any kind of order. I do recommend reading this first, but it doesn't really matter. You don't have to. So check these out at the library. Well, that's what we've got for you guys today. I hope that you're really excited about this, and maybe you didn't realize before that there are graphic novels and books about this thing as well, and you can check them out. If so, please feel free to come and get them from Farmington Community Library. And also, please give this video a like. Thank you so, so much for watching, friends, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day.